You made a great quote here, I wrote down, which was, pop music should be about extremes, a day-glow version of reality.
Well, I guess, yeah, I've certainly done that in the video with all the neon. Yeah, I mean, I suppose in itself, the very idea of putting your emotions to music is something out of the ordinary. So I don't see why everything else shouldn't be a little bit like that too. That's not to say it shouldn't be sincere or have authenticity, but I just think if you're going to perform and express yourself, it's better to push it a bit, really.
Yeah.
The lukewarm response to Shoot from the Hip would see Sophie and her label opting to return to the more traditional pop dance sound from her debut. Enlisting some of pop's most established writers and producers, the eventual album would become a fan favourite and one often regarded by critics as her best. Containing some of her most exciting singles, production and visuals, this is Sophie Ellis-Bextor's Trip the Lights Fantastic. Additional collaborators on Sophie's third studio album included Greg Kurstin, Biff Stannard and Dmitry Tikhavoy, among others, to help craft a sophisticated pop electronica record. She revealed she had written around 80 songs for the project and had plans to release a song called Hype, also known as Romeo Don't Believe the Hype, which sampled Kraftwerk's The Model, but the record label apparently denied permission of its release.
Exactly all that it seems, but don't believe the hype.
In an interview for Digital Spy, Sophie claimed she recorded 4 duets for the album, however decided not to include any of them on request of her record label. Despite this, Dan Gillespie-Sells from The Feeling provided backing vocals for 2 songs on the album, and Fred Schneider of the B-52s provided backing vocals on another. Originally, Sophie stated that she would not appear on the album cover, however later claimed that she had changed her mind.
Tell us about the album, Trip the Light Fantastic. Does it differ from the other 2 in any way?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I think it definitely picks up where the last 2 left off. But I don't know. There's been a few sort of shifts. I mean, I spent 2.5, 3 years making it, and I had a baby and got married in that time. So those 3 big changes. And I think I kind of fell back in love with disco. So I think sonically, it's probably got the most in common with the first album. But there are parts of the second that I loved and I kind of incorporated as well. So
it took 2 years to write it, didn't it? Why so long?
Well, I definitely took my time because of other things that were going on. I mean, I wanted, especially with having Sonny, to really ease myself back into work, not rush myself. Took off, sort of 4 or 5 months just to be with him. And then initially with the songwriting, we were sort of doing 2 or 3 days a week and just taking it easy.
Tell us about the people you worked with on it.
I worked with Zen and Manu, who do Girls Aloud songs, because I think they're brilliant contemporary pop writers. I worked with Liam from the Sneaker Pimps, who's like a friend of mine, I've known for years. Dan from The Feeling, who's a friend and very close to home, my husband's band and my son's godfather. Just trying things out, really. I mean, the worst that can happen is you write a song you don't like and you don't try it again. And at best you might find a new collaborator. So.
Released on the 19th of February 2007, lead single Catch You was a co-write between Kathy Dennis, Greg Kurstin and Reese Barker and produced by Kurstin. The song received positive reviews from music critics and would peak inside the UK top 10 at number 8. The single would also reach number 29 in Ireland.
Ellis-Bextor, il est là, le nouvel album, Trip the Light Fantastic, et elle va nous faire un cadeau dans Taratata. You got a present for us, a cover with French lyrics inside. Il y a des paroles en français dans cette reprise, d'accord? Please join your band. Thanks a lot for being our guest.
Merci. Thank you.
Dans Taratata, Sophie Ellis-Bextor reprend la chanson de Blondie, Denise, live dans Taratata.
Okay, so your new single, Me and My Imagination, what does that say about you?
It's intended to comment on my desire to keep some mystique in a relationship, keep something back, not show all your tricks at once.
On the 14th of May 2007, follow-up single Me and My Imagination would be released. A co-write between Sophie, Hannah Robinson and Matt Prime with production by Prime, the single would again receive a positive response, with many agreeing it to be a stronger single choice than Catch You. Despite praise, the song would only manage a peak of number 23 on the UK singles chart. The single's digital release caused some controversy when iTunes failed to add the song until a week after its release. Sophie believed she would have scored a top 10 hit if the problem had not occurred, describing the error as a nightmare, and believed it placed her chart position in jeopardy. Sophie's third studio album, Trip the Light Fantastic, would follow 1 week later on the 21st of May 2007. The album received positive reviews from most music critics, with some declaring it to be a much more consistent record than her previous albums, and for being an enjoyable, glossy dance record. The album would land on the UK Albums Chart at number 7.
congratulations, because I hear the first indications after a few days of being on release are very good.
Yeah, the album just came out this week, and yeah, it's all looking pretty rosy. I'm happy at the moment.
Pretty rosy.
Yeah.
And so is your life pretty rosy at the moment.
Actually, it is. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
And your son is now?
He's 3. Yeah, Sonny. He's just had his 3rd birthday. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Or Big Boy 3, as he'll say if you ask him.
And so that you took off about 3 years, didn't you? Really?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I consciously took off about 6 months after I first had him, just to be his mother and have a lovely summer with him and my husband, and just enjoy myself. And then I started slowly songwriting, getting ideas together for this album. But this album just took a really long time. It took 2.5 years, which, especially in pop music, is a really long time.
It would have been quicker to have another baby.
It really would have
Only
been.
9 months.
I know, and people say, oh, how many have you got? And look a little bit disappointed when I say one. I'm obviously supposed to have done a bit better than that in the absence, but no.
But you wrote a hell of a lot of songs for this. I read once somewhere that you wrote 60 or 70 songs before you made your choice.
Yeah, easily. I mean, that was the lovely thing, because I didn't have a deadline, and because I felt like I was in this lovely position of making my 3rd album with, you know, enough success that I could collaborate with people that I really wanted to collaborate with. I just thought, I'm going to enjoy myself and really take advantage of the time that was offered to me. So I just made a promise to myself I wouldn't stop until I was finished with it. And yeah, there was something like 70, 80 songs. I mean,
so you got the material there for another 6.5 albums.
I felt like I had material there for one good album and then a few really, you know, average ones.
Yeah.
So don't worry, I won't be inflicting it on
Does
anyone.
it give you, coming back to it all again, the promotion, the performing and all of that, is that any different to when you did it, as it were, the first time around?
Actually, yeah, I feel quite a lot more relaxed. I'm enjoying myself a lot more. That's not to say I didn't in the first place, but I guess in the past I felt more like my career has been quite sort of reactive. Things have happened and there have been opportunities, and with this one I really, because I had Sonny, I was a real crossroads, and I could have gone and done something completely different, and this one it was like, no, I really want to do this. So every time I'm doing interviews and performances, I really am thinking, I really love what I do, and I'm really happy to be back with new music. So.
I've become fond of having you near, the way I'm fond of breathing in air. How could I be without you? Yes, my love, darling, I was made for you. Never will this alter. Anytime you falter, I'll be there. I'll be there, yeah. Yes, my love, I open up my heart for you. Every day that's breaking, you will hear me saying, love is here, love is here. Yes, my love, darling, I was made for you. Never will this alter. Anytime you falter, I'll be there, I'll be there, yeah. Yes, my love, I open up my heart for you. Every day that's breaking, you will hear me saying, love is here, love is here.
Today the Sun's on Us would be released as the 3rd and final single from the album on the 6th of August 2007. The track was a co-write between Sophie, Steve Robson and Nina Woodford, and produced by Jeremy Wheatley and Brian Taliaferro. Critical response to the song was mixed, and the single was deemed a commercial failure when it only managed a peak of number 64 on the UK singles chart.
In another place where nothing's going right. Shouldn't worry about the worst that could be when you're here beside me. Don't look for troubled times now when everything is fine. So you need to fear the bad to
what are the ambitions now in terms of the next album? First of all, you go through those 80 songs again,
Yes.
see if you're going to use any of those. But I mean, you change direction. You have a sort of editorial attitude to an album, don't you, really, in terms of choosing an angle and a line?
Well, I guess that sort of happens by fluke, though. I mean, that's part of the reason why there were so many songs written. I didn't really have a set idea of exactly what I wanted to achieve with this record, and I wanted it to sort of emerge. And it took those songs for the parameters to start becoming apparent. And I have just started thinking about the next album, and I don't know. I hope to do the same again. It's a really nice way to make a record. So.
In an interview with Digital Spy, Sophie had confirmed that the fourth single from the album was due to be the track If I Can't Dance, and on the 5th of May 2007, the single was released exclusively via the iTunes store, though no physical single or music video were produced. The song also appeared on the soundtrack to the film Centrinians. Sophie would support George Michael on his UK tour in June 2007. Her own Trip the Light Fantastic tour was due to start in August that year, but it was postponed after Sophie was invited to be the special guest on Take That's Beautiful World tour instead.
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking, but somehow you found me. I tried to hide from your love light, but like heaven above me, the spark of me is keeping all my secrets safe tonight.
Trip the Light Fantastic is often regarded by fans to be Sophie's magnum opus and a pop record that was criminally underrated at the time. Following the overall success of the campaign, Sophie would start to lean more into the UK dance scene, collaborating with DJs and dance producers, and later opting to take her own music further into the dance genre. Thanks for watching.